Hello and welcome to In the Court of the Wenton Knave. This is the Project 1 Jazz Cafe Suite. Not a lot to say about this one. I always struggle sometimes with the live stuff when I'm just going to end up reading out the track list and saying this is a song. But this one, there's 3 tracks and it's Suite 1, Suite 2, Suite 3. So what am I going to say? Well, this was a bit of a revelation for me. Club number 22. The legend has it, that Project 1 was a full start. And Bill was going one way, Fripp was going another, and it's not as good as the other projects, and etc. And the Project 1 album, it's good bits, but it's not all good. This is much better than that album. Now remember, Bill Bruford had to mix the album for that other disc, and he didn't like the music, so that made an issue. This, interestingly, is much longer pieces of music, which is probably part of it, and it really shows. Project 1 were never given a fair chance. It's a different thing to where they were going, because obviously Bill Bruford has gone full on acoustic. Fripp is going in a different direction, or maybe even Bill Bruford and Tony Levin are going one way, and Traeger and Robert Fripp are going another way. But it works as something interesting and different to the project, which is great. As a historic thing. At the time, of course, it was all about what's going forward, and the answer was Project 4. So yeah, this is a much better album than the Project 1 one. Just forgot to put this thing there. Don't forget, obviously, this one isn't on this. This is a Collector's Club release. There's only 4 CDs on this one. So there is a Projects box. It'll be interesting, at the time of recording, we're just about to get the On the Road 80s box set, On and Off, whatever it's called. I wonder if what the box set will be next year, and a Projects box set will be amazing. And there is one. It's only 4 discs, though. Maybe a Projects box set, these big box sets. Maybe all 4 shows of Project 1 and a big chunk of Project 2's touring and a big chunk of Project 3's touring, and that would be amazing. I wonder if actually the next box will be a Construction of Light and Tour box, actually, which will be also fantastic. I'm assuming this is kind of an actual show. It's listed as December 1 to the 4th, 1997. That's the only time Project 1 ever played. So it's called From Those Shows, the same as the other one is called From Those Shows. But maybe they've just taken 3 complete performances of music and put them on there. What they think was the 3 best. And this is a great album. Why it was decided to sort of split tracks into little tracks for the main Project 1 release is a question. I don't know why. So track 1 is Suite 1. Got the obligatory quiet start, but it's not soundscaped. I assume it's Tony Levin, volume control. Maybe it's Traeger, but I think Tony Levin. Makes me think of the very quiet Nurse with Wounds stuff when it's not going crazy. So it's a very avant-garde, and it's allowed to naturally build. And the song naturally builds over time. No rush. You've got Fripp doing his bubbling effects stuff, and I assume it's Traeger doing hammer-ons and things. But then Bill Bruford comes in, and we've got a cool Levin riff. Really cool stuff. It's funny how it's jazzy in a way other projects aren't, and that's the Bruford Levin thing, I think. It naturally slowly fades, and Bill switches to cymbals, and then it eventually actually stops. It's interesting how you listen to it, why Bill Bruford is leading the dynamics of it. There's only so far they could go before Bill Bruford came in, and it was up to him to bring them back out of it again as well. Then you've got some sort of animal sounds, up stuff. Where's Adrian Ballou? He should be doing that. Fripp is just soundscaping in the background, so for some of it I wonder if Fripp doesn't know really what to contribute. But then comes in with a very typical Project solo. It's very Deception of the Thrush, actually, as in the first half of Deception of the Thrush. But then Bill comes in with Tony Levin and a sort of galloping Tony Levin thing, and that really shows how maybe they're in a different place. You've got Fripp and Gunn doing something very electronic, and it was actually kind of contemporary. In retrospect, it doesn't really feel like that anymore, but at the time that was they're sort of looking at drum and bass and things like that. Now that sounds silly. It's just where King Crimson was at that particular point. Whereas Bruford and Levin are in a different place. I think Bill Bruford may be still in 1974 in one sense. In that, we're doing the improvisation now. Oh yeah, that thing we did then, maybe. So yeah, Suite 2 starts with some soundscapes, the nasty kind of soundscapes, the evil stuff. And there's some cool horn stuff with Bill playing around the kit. It just plays out. It's long. It goes on and on and on. So in that sense, you can see why it was cut into bits. But I still think that was a mistake, and that this is a much more listenable album, and it would have been a perfectly fine introduction on the first disc of Projects. But it's classic improvised crime. Project 1 was not a misfire, or at least according to this. Eventually it gets funky, just like all Tony Levin improvs should, correct, with Fripp soloing over the top, and there's the best bit, it just goes all over the place. And then the final bit, a bit disappointing because it goes into thwacking. It sounds like thwacking at the end, so that's the disappointing bit, and it's quite well, track 3 is called Suite 3. Quite unique avant-garde sounds, I think. Clearly someone's using a pitch shifter to go stuff. Pots and pans type sounds as well. Who's playing that? It might be Fripp actually. I don't think it is Bill. It's really cool, sinister and scary. Sounds like King Crimson to me. It is King Crimson. Doesn't say King Crimson on it though. But it's members of King Crimson playing music that sounds like King Crimson. So isn't that King Crimson? It goes really quiet. Trigun stuff with Tony Levin doing his thudding thing. Dum, dum, dum. It almost turns into industry, actually. Very nearly. Tony Levin doing his bow thing. And again, maybe that's suggesting something, that Bruford and Levin aren't moving forward. They're still there doing their crimsonising, maybe. But yeah, so Project 1. This one is a gem. See you next week for Project 2.